game between the Warriors and the Lakers last night, battling for position in the play-in. And, by the way, it was a 50-second meeting between Steph Curry and LeBron James. We cannot take these matchups for granted. So LeBron James in, last minute, Anthony Davis out. The full complement of the Golden State Warriors, but LeBron James kicks things off, pulls up for a deep three there. He had 7 points in the first quarter. The game tied at 16, but this is the ensuing Warriors possession here. Steph comes off a screen, drains a three, plus the foul. Curry would miss the free throw. The Warriors lead at the end of the first, but a new family member, Perk, was introduced. I don't know about cousin, but Splash brother-in-law?
I like that, but Draymond was shooting it with confidence.
I mean, if they're not going to guard him, he has got to take that personally because they're giving him 8 feet.
I mean, just remember when they won it, 2 years ago, when he was down, then all of a sudden he came up big in Boston, knocking down some huge corner three-point shots.
Feeling it now, 5 of 5 from 3 in the first half. The first time he has ever done that, and he is loving it. Under 8 in the third, though. Warriors up 8. Curry threads the needle. What a pass to Klay Thompson.
What a pass, what a cut, what a finish.
Rui's like, let me get out the way.
This is the Warriors at their best right here. Under 5 to go. The Lakers still in this game at this point. LeBron James goes strong to the cup. Lakers cut the lead to 6, but then the next Warriors possession, same score. Thompson drives and then gets the floater. Nice touch there off the
This
glass.
is where the game was decided. LeBron sits out for a little bit, and the Warriors take advantage.
You could tell in that moment he just wasn't feeling very well. LeBron James to Rui. GP2 says no.
How tall is he to be blocking shots like that?
I don't know, but
Come
that was grown man business.
Might have been a foul.
Yeah.
Might have been a little body foul, but that's okay.
And then swing. Klay Thompson, good night. Golden State gets the win, 134-120. How important, though, is AD to this team, LeBron?
I mean, at the end of the day, we know we're as good as any team in the league when we're whole. And when we're not, we can't, it's hard for us to make up, especially having a guy like AD, not playing. It's almost pretty much impossible to make up for what he provides for our ball club, both offensively and defensively.
Our reporter covering the Lakers, Dave McMenamin, joins us now. So there was a lot of uncertainty surrounding LeBron and Anthony Davis's health leading into this game. Where are they both now in the light of a new day?
Malika, ended up being parallel letdowns. First, LeBron on Sunday unable to go, and Anthony Davis on Tuesday unable to go. LeBron was bedridden for basically the 2 days after the loss against the Minnesota Timberwolves. He tried to maximize the rest period. He got to the arena about an hour and 5 minutes before tip-off. Usually he's shown up about 4 to 4.5 hours before a home game. But clearly he wanted to prioritize trying to get some extra fluids in him, try to maximize his rest. Clearly, his energy level wasn't where it normally is, but his impact was still there. And I think we'd have to believe that the coast is clear in terms of his availability for these final 2 games. Anthony Davis, we just don't know yet. Now, Anthony Davis, he arrived to the arena on Tuesday. He was intending to go through the team's walkthrough around 4 p.m. He wasn't feeling right. He laid down in the back in the locker room and then determined with the nausea and the headache he was experiencing, he had to go home. And I'm told that once he got home, the Lakers were playing this crucial game against the Warriors. He was feeling so out of it, so under the weather, that he couldn't even watch the game. He was laying down, he was resting. And so we had to see how things go. The Lakers originally had a practice scheduled today. They decided to cancel it because what use is a practice if you need to get rest for your top 2 dogs? They're going to reconvene at the practice facility on Thursday before their flight to Memphis, and presumably we'll get an update there. But as of right now, we just don't know where Anthony Davis is going to be for these final 2 games.
We just don't know where Anthony Davis is going to be. And then you have LeBron James saying it's impossible to make up for what AD provides. It's a little bit concerning. Dave, thank you so much. You couldn't see Kendrick as you were talking, Dave, but your face looked a little bit perplexed, confused, worried. Ooh.
I am worried. I'm worried for the Lakers. I mean, the Warriors are a half a game back from the 9th spot, right? And so if you're the Lakers, you need Anthony Davis. Duh, you need a healthy LeBron James. Duh, not having AD there, and then having to go into the play-in tournament in the tough Western Conference, that's not good news.
Well, listen, they have not a lot of point-of-attack defense, and it's made up for by the fact that Anthony Davis is so good on that back line. Yeah. They just funnel everybody to him. So when you don't have great point-of-attack defense on the perimeter, and then you have no one to funnel them to, it was a layup line last night. I mean, they had 70 points in the first half, 104 after 3 quarters, 134 total. I know they made a historic amount of three-pointers in that game, but it was because the Lakers did not have any backline defense with Anthony Davis out.
Right, and Anthony Davis, when he's on the floor, their rim protection is great. Yeah. When he's off the floor, their rim protection really, really struggles.
And you know what, to Ramona's point, when you have AD back there anchoring the defense and you have that rim protector, you have that 7-foot presence, it allows your guard to get a little bit more physical on the perimeter. Yeah. So not having them, I understand. Now guys could play Steph and Clay a little bit more physical. They could get into them, close out on shooters, make them drive to the basket. You don't have AD, you dead bird, tall grass.
So they have a little bit of time. That's one of my favorite perkisms. It really, really is. Particularly when I picture AD's face on like a blade of grass there. But when you look at the Lakers schedule here, all right, they have the Memphis Grizzlies on Friday, so they still have another day of rest that they get in here. And then they play the New Orleans Pelicans on Sunday, which is a really tough task, particularly if AD is unable to go. And then you start looking to the play-in tournament. Are they going to face the Pelicans in the play-in? Or are you going to face the Golden State Warriors in a 9-10 matchup? And all it takes is the Warriors getting hot like they did last night.
In San Francisco, if they're the 10.
Nightmare.
Yeah. I mean, just think about how quickly things turn. They had won 9 of 10 games. Yep. And then the last 3 games, they lose AD to an eye injury. He gets poked in the eye against Minnesota. Yeah. He's not able to go the rest of the game. He can't go in this game against the Warriors. They lose that. So they went from dreaming about the 6th seed to now, we could be the 10 seed. Right. We're not careful.
Well, I do want to stick here with the Golden State Warriors. Hopefully we get to see AD back soon. He's been so important to this team, and we know how much he wants to be out here right at this point in the year. We didn't show it in the highlight, but there was a notable moment. Check this out, this play. Austin Reeves, he scores on this play. Watch it right here. So Draymond, he hits in the process. There wasn't actually a foul called in this moment. So Draymond, he's upset about this. Steph had to step in a little bit, have a little bit of a conversation, separate him from the referees. The conversation continued a little bit. No texts were given, but here's what Draymond had to say about it after the game.
I get hit in the face every single game, and I get no foul calls. I hit somebody in the face, I get thrown under the jail. But when I get hit in the face, we don't see it. I get hit in the face every single night. Like, and I'm not sure one time it's been called, but I blow my breath on somebody and we're reviewing it for a flagrant foul. I don't get it. It's crazy to me.
Okay, Kendra Andrews, our reporter, is here covering the Warriors, is here with us. It's also National Siblings Day, so happy National Siblings Day, sis. You were at the game last night, right? Ultimately, nothing came from this incident, but despite the history, Draymond, he clearly feels like he isn't being treated fairly on this one from the officials. Is there any concern that this type of issue, it could burn them ultimately in the postseason?
No, because the Warriors, they believe that Draymond has the ability to keep a handle on his emotions as he's been doing really since he was ejected in that Orlando game a couple weeks ago. Ever since then, he's been able to keep his emotions in check. There are instances with refs like we saw the other night, but we also saw right there Stephen Curry standing by his side, his teammates standing by his side, making sure he doesn't cross that line. And the overall thing is he knows how important he is to unlocking this entire team. He knows what they're on the cusp of, making the play-in, making the playoffs. He wants to be out there for that.
So Kendra and I were sitting next to each other in this press conference when Draymond started going in. And I looked at you like, ooh, he's going there. Yeah. And later on, we asked Steph about it. Like, hey, what was your role in this? And he goes, well, I'm not his babysitter, okay? I'm not Draymond's babysitter. But I understand that when Draymond's trying to walk the line, I need to help him walk the line sometimes. And that's really what the Warriors have had to do ever since that Orlando game where he recognized, he has put himself in this situation. He can't say certain things to the referees like he used to or to other players because of his past actions, because of what will happen if he does. And Steph is right there. And look, I've covered him the entire time, his entire career. I've never seen Steph Curry in the role that he is now. Right. And it's a leadership role that he has taken on. It's a role where he flat out says, we need you, big guy. And I got to make sure you don't get kicked out.
To be honest, I actually don't mind this from Draymond right now. You know why? Because if he's producing like he's been producing on the floor since he got ejected in Orlando, then damn it, have it your way. Because if you're going to go out there and perform, I think he didn't had a couple games in double figures. Last night we saw him shooting the tray ball. He's playing with joy. He's playing with passion. Like he's always going to play with passion, but that joy is there. I don't mind that from Draymond because he's delivering on the floor.
The bottom line that the Warriors have stressed time and time again is just walk the line. And what we saw against the Lakers last night was him talking to the refs. He didn't get a technical. Right. There wasn't a big hoopla with it, right? He walked away after. He had some words after the game, clearly, but he did what he had to do. He hit 5 3-pointers. He was tremendous.
And he walked the line, and if he wanted to cross it, Steph was standing right there making
sure. As a team, when you shoot 63% on threes, the highest percentage ever.
Yeah, when you attempt 40 threes, that's insane.
But to Draymond's defense, right, like Draymond is a veteran, right, 4-time champion. Like the refs, they should have enough, respect for him to be able to have a conversation with him. And the game is full of emotions. Yeah. And sometimes it's not going to come off as nice or, he's not going to say, hey, why you didn't call a foul? So they have to give him that same respect.
But they also know he can't say anything back.
Yeah, I know. But
and that's sort of the conversation. Well, that's kind of the conversation that he's having. He feels like he's at a point right now where he can't really say anything, and that's what's going to be interesting to see if that comes into play at a later point. Because when you look at the chances the Warriors and the Lakers are going to end up at each seed, there's still a 59% chance teams will be meeting in that 9-10 game. The Lakers now have a 59% chance to be 10th. I don't know, Perk. How do you see this shaping up?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
This is why you play the game.
I just want it to happen.
To see it all shake out. Kendra, thank you so much for spending some time with us here on NBA Today. Still to come on our show, Victor Wembanyama.
What do you do now?
Hey, what's up, guys? Jag from Jaggy Sports here. Let's talk about Draymond Green. Draymond Green, he played pretty good against the Lakers. Warriors, the way that they're turning it up now, they have a good chance of making it into the playoffs and beating whoever they play in the play-in tournament. Now, the Lakers weren't healthy, obviously, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like Draymond Green. Now, are you going to cost the Warriors a series and get them out of the playoffs? The way you're playing now is awesome, but you still have that chip on your shoulder. You still have that ego, and you still are, playing loose and actually accidentally, doing some sort of movements where it hits people in the groin. You saw what he did to Miami Heat player, I can't remember who it was, and he almost pinned him down and whatnot, grabbing his throat. At the end of the day, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, not Seth Curry, Chris Paul, and a bunch of others, Andrew Wiggins, whatnot, Jonathan Kuminga, they all are going to do what they're going to do, right? They are all going to play well, but when Draymond Green gets out there, I know, obviously said in the podcast, Klay Thompson was like, oh man, he did it again, right? Like, damn, right? You can't continue with a win without Draymond Green. That's what he's saying. And, will Draymond Green cost another series for the Warriors? The way he's playing now, right? Like, he played pretty good, but there's instances where he plays uncontrollably. And that could cost the Warriors. So can he clean up his act? Can he actually do something that's beneficial for the Warriors, right? And not becoming a liability for the Warriors on the court. What he brings to the Warriors when he plays good is unbelievable. When they're all on the same team and they're all playing together, that's phenomenal, right? But that's the question. When they're all playing together. If Draymond Green messes up and he gets ejected, They're not all playing together, and the chances of the Warriors losing without Draymond Green are pretty high, right? They cannot do it without Draymond Green. Everybody knows that. They're like, you know, they have to have him. They have to have Draymond Green to win. And can he keep his composure this playoff season? Because right now, you know, he's playing pretty well. Steph is, Clay is, the whole team is playing pretty well. But, you know, that's just saying right now. If something happens in the playoffs where he stomps on somebody's chest, or he grabs somebody's throat, or he like knocks somebody out or something like that, what he did to Nurkic, if that happens, it's game over. It's game over for the Warriors. It's game over for Draymond Green. It's game over for their chances of winning a chip. And God knows it's over for Chris Paul's chances of winning a chip this year. So what are the chances Draymond Green's going to do? Like, what are the chances that he's going to mess up and cost the Warriors a title? So I'll leave it to you guys. Leave a comment in the comment section. As always, Jag from Jaggy Sports.